welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia, and I would love it if you could subscribe, and if you're not already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So I'm really sorry about the lighting if it looks bad. It is kind of miserable out there, so hopefully it still looks okay. But for today's video, I'm going to be doing my second update for my project pan. I'm so happy because we have some progress. We also have some empties, and I've also hit my goals on some stuff as well. I'm just so happy with this project pan. I feel like I'm doing really well, and I found a good balance now, because I remember in my last video I was speaking about how I was finding it difficult to find that balance of using my project pan stuff but also using other stuff in my collection, and I found that balance now, so I feel like I'm doing pretty good. So I have all of my products to the side that I was working on, and what we will do is we will just go through each of them. I'll tell you whether they're staying in, whether they're empty, whether I've hit my goal on them, and I'll tell you the goal for each of them. And what I do is I mark down how many times I've used them in that month, so I can tell you on here. So let's just get started with the first product. And I actually rolled this in last month, and it was this, and this is the Professional by Benefit. This was a little sample size, so I didn't know how long it would take me to use this up, but it did only take me the month, which to be fair I'm kind of glad about. I did mention this in my empties because I did finish this in February, like the end of Feb. I just am not a huge fan of this product, so I'm kind of glad it didn't take me as long to use, but I did use this 7 times before it was finished. Now I think I only used it a couple of times before that. I don't put a lot on because I only put it in like my T-zone area or where my pores are, but I just wasn't a huge fan of this, so I'm glad it's done. I'm glad it's out my project. It's another thing gone. Okay, next we have my foundation, and this was rolled in last month as well because I finally finished the foundation I was working on from like last year in my project, and this is it. So it might be a little bit reflective, but it was the Kiko Ocean Feel Fluid Foundation, and I think the progress I'm making on this is amazing. Hopefully you can see. I don't know how, because I don't use like more of this than I need. Like I put it onto my hand and I never have anything left afterwards. I use it all. I'm so happy with this, and I do think by next month this might actually be done as well, which is brilliant. I did use this 17 times since the last update. What I will say, I won't be putting photos on the screen if it's stuff like this where I can clearly show you the progress, but if it's stuff like that's in a pan, I will put it on the screen from like the intro, first update, second update, so hopefully we can see a bit of a gradual process. There are some things in this project which do have pans, so with this there won't be a photo on the screen, but I am really happy with this, and like I said, I think maybe by the next update this might be finished, which is brilliant. So my goal for this was to just finish it up anyway, so perfect. We're on to finishing up another foundation, which will be 2 this year, which is brilliant. What I have done, which I haven't posted on my channel, but I've set myself a couple of goals of stuff I want to finish. Now in my makeup inventory I did say like, oh, I would like to have like 5 foundations by the end of the year and 6 bronzers or whatever it was, I can't remember. But what I've done for myself as well is I've just done a little sheet of like how many foundations I want to finish, and I think in my makeup inventory I was trying to be realistic, but then also since doing projects and stuff like this, I now know maybe some of those things might be more realistic and other things not so much, like using up, I think I said like what, 3 or 4 blushes. Hello Sonia, what was you even thinking? But yeah, so that, I was going on a tangent. What I was saying is hopefully this will be finished next month, and that was my goal for that. Next thing we have is my bronzer. So this is the Benefit Hoola bronzer. I rolled this in last month as well because I did hit pan in a bronzer that was my goal for. I don't really want to be throwing anything away, but this and another thing in this project is very old, and I wouldn't want to be putting it on my face after this year, so I'm trying really hard to use as much of it as I can. So last month I did mention that another YouTuber I watch on here, Catch Up with Kay, she ripped the box of this to get into the product more, so of course I did the same because I thought it was a very smart idea, and this is where we're at now. So pictures will be on the screen. I'm hoping we can see a bit more progress. I think I've made a lot more progress. The pan is getting bigger, and what I'm doing now is I use quite a big fluffy brush, so I'm just trying to get some more use on the outside as well, because the outside is the has the most product. But I do think I'm doing really well with this. I'm really hopeful that this will be an empty by the end of the year. This one might be in for the full year, which I'm fine with because I want to try and get as much use. I don't have that many bronzers in my collection anyway at the moment, so I'm quite happy to focus on this. And I used this as well 17 times and I'm pretty happy with that progress. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that I can finish this year. I don't know whether I'm being unrealistic. I haven't looked at the progress pictures, so I don't know how well I've done from like the first update to this update, or when I introduced it back in. But I'm really hoping it's a bit more progress, because I think I've done pretty well on it. Okay, the next thing that is the other thing I was just talking about that is going to be getting thrown away at the end of this year, and I think with this one I'm definitely not going to be able to use it all, and that's fine. Hopefully it will make me realise I need to be using more of my collection and not just buying more stuff. So it is this, and it is the MAC blush in Flare Power. I don't know if you can see. I'm struggling with this one, if I'm honest, because I can't tell if I'm seeing progress or I'm just keep getting hard pan. This is a very old blush, I will say that. I just don't know. And I feel like sometimes when I put it on my cheeks, it looks patchy, and it's not the brush I'm using, it just looks patchy sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this in for one more month, and I'm going to see if it keeps being patchy, because I did also have to do the tape trick again. It might just be that this one might have to leave my collection a little bit early because it might just be done. But I did use this one as well 17 times. Compared to last month, I did not wear makeup a couple of days in the weekdays, which is why it's less than what some of the stuff was last month. But I mean, that's fine. I just didn't feel like putting makeup on. Yes, I don't know. My goal for this was to just hit pan. We'll keep this in for another month. We'll see what I think. And it might end up being that I just have to get rid of it a bit sooner than I thought, which is a shame. But it's my own fault. The next thing I want to talk about is this, and this is my Smashbox Spotlight Palette in Pearl. So this one's been in since January, and my goal was to hit pan on 2 of the highlights, and I have. I've hit pan on both of them. The 2 I was using is these 2, and I feel like you can see the pan definitely more in this one. This one does have pan. It's just because of the colour of it. I don't know if you can see, hopefully you can see. If I move it, I don't know, hopefully you'll see better in the photos. We have pan in both of these, and last month I was thinking, I don't know how long it's going to take until I hit pan, and then it happened. So I'm really happy that I've hit pan in both of these. I did use them both like together anyway. So I hit pan in one of these, and I think a couple of days afterwards I hit pan in the other one. And I did use this 7 times before I did reach my goal. Similar to my other projects, which I mentioned in my pan those eyeshadows, as soon as I hit my goal, I stop using them because then I can use other stuff in my collection. Pretty much the whole of this update, I've been using other ones in my collection because it only took me a week. So really happy with that. We'll be rolling this out and rolling something else in. Okay, I think this is the most exciting update and the most exciting product. This is my MAC Brave lipstick, and this is done. Every time I try and put it on my lips, the plastic keeps scraping on it. It looks patchy. This is done. I am so glad it's done. It's a beautiful lip colour. I'm wearing it now. This is why I knew it was kind of getting to that point, because it was just going on patchy because it was just the plastic was scraping. I like this lipstick. I do like it, but I have so many colours in my collection that are pretty much similar to this. I don't think I would go and purposely repurchase this at this moment in time. If I were to run out of all of these colours of these lipsticks, I most probably would pick this one up, but I'm just so glad I finished a lipstick. I don't think I've ever finished a lipstick. So project panning is great. It just makes you feel so accomplished. So we will be rolling in something else, but I did use this 45 times. Now that does include reapplying as well. So I used this 45 times and now it is done. I'm so happy. Okay, next we have is this, and this again was rolled in last month, and it is the very dirty Charlotte Tilbury powder, and this is the progress now. I don't feel like I've made that much progress on this. I do use this to set my face, but it's because it's getting around the edges now, I think struggling to pick up as much. I do pick product up on the brush, but I feel like it's struggling a little bit now. And I did use this 20 times because I used this as well on the weekend, because this is kind of the only powder I am using. I'm not opening any other ones until this one's done. So I have used this one 20 times. This will stay in until it's done. I don't know when that will be. I like this powder anyway. It does give a really nice airbrushed look to your skin. So that will be staying in. Another product that will be staying in is this, and this is the Candy Cosmetics Pre-Glow Mist. So again, I introduced this last month, and this is the progress we've got on it now. If I try and hold it like this, it's not going to look right. So we have this, and let me just shake it. It's like the Iconic London one. And the progress I'm making on this isn't great. Like it's not bad, but I just wish I was making more progress, because I'm not a massive fan of this. It literally puts glitter absolutely everywhere, but I want to use it up. It's not awful that I don't want to use it, but it's just not my favourite. I don't really like setting mists anyway. I much prefer ones that do give me a glow, but I'm on the hunt to try and find one that really wows me, and I just haven't found it yet. But I did use this 19 times. So I think this might be in for 2 or 3 months. Looking at the progress I've got, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. As long as I can get it done, I'm happy. But that will be staying in. Next thing we had was this, and this was the Ted Baker body spray, and as you can see, I have finished it. I'm so glad to have finished a body spray. I'm not rolling in another body spray, but I am using them outside of my project now, because I have quite a few of these now, and I wanted to put this in the project to see how long it would take, and well, it took 2 months. So I'm using them outside of it now. I've used this, I'm glad. I used this 29 more times before it was done. So happy it's done. I'm going to be rolling something else in, but it's not going to be a body spray. Last but no means least, we have this, and this is the Natura Saberi Care Organic Certified Instant Glow Face Mask. This was the one product last month that I was getting pretty disheartened with. I actually should have marked it somewhere, most probably around here, because I'm now here, as you can see. This is my progress. But when I was looking at it in the light, it really did not look like I was anywhere else, and I'd used it that month. Now, I did only use it about 5 times last month, I think. I've made such good progress on this, and I've only used it 7 times. I didn't use it like loads and loads of times more than I did last month. I think maybe I just mismarked it last month. But what I did is I put my phone against it, and then I think after like maybe the 2nd or 3rd use, I could see I was here, and now I'm like here. So I think this might be done next month, which is brilliant. I'm going to be really happy to have a face mask done, especially in these tubes, because they do take a while. Really happy to have that done, and like I said, I used it 7 times. My goal for this was to completely use it, so we're on track. And that was everything that was in my project last month. So we'll be rolling in 4 new products similar to last month, which I'm so happy about. I'm hoping I can keep up the momentum and just keep using up quite a few products. Even if I only use up one, or hit my goal on one, I'll be so happy each month. So let's roll in 4. So in place of the Professional, I'm going to be putting in another primer, and I have so many primers in my collection that I'm trying to work through them. So I'm actually going to put this one in, and this is the Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer, and we are starting off around this mark here. I'm putting this one in because, firstly, I don't like the smell of this. Ugh. And this primer isn't awful, but it's just not my favourite, and I can definitely use it, but I just want to put it in this project. And also the packaging on this is just dreadful. Like at one point it leaked in my drawer, and it was just, yeah, I just want it gone. So I'm putting it in here. I don't hate it, because I don't hate pan anything. This is a product that I want to just get out of my collection. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to use it up. I think I might have even maybe mismarked it and put it a bit too high, I don't know. But maybe, hopefully, 2 months and this will be done. I'll be really happy if that's the case. And my goal for that is to completely use it up. Okay, next, in replacement for my Smashbox highlight, I'm putting in another highlight again, because I have quite a few highlights, and this one I'm nervous to put in, but I really wanted to challenge myself, and I wanted to use this product up because it's not a favourite either. And it is this, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Beauty Light Wand. So I'm starting off here, and the only way I knew how to do this was to squeeze it, and when the product started to come out the bottom, I knew that's where I was. So we're starting off there. I have no idea how long this is going to take to use up. I just don't know. Yeah, like I said, I'm nervous about putting this in, but the reason I'm putting it in is because I want to get more use out of it and get it done. I would like to try and finish a highlight this year, and I feel like out of all of my collection, this one is going to be the one I will most probably be able to achieve and finish. That's what I'm putting in place of the Smashbox highlighter. And again, I want to completely use that up. Okay, in replace of my lipstick, I'm putting in another lipstick. There is one thing, like I said, the body spray, that isn't going to be a body spray, but I'm actually going to put in this, and it's a lip gloss, and it is the Revolution lip gloss in Cake. I've had such trouble trying to figure out where I am in this. I tried to put it in hot water. It just did nothing at all. I tried to shine my phone light on it, nothing. So what I had to do, and hope for the best, was just scrape it around the side and see where it went. And it looked to be that it was about here. Now this is just an estimate, unfortunately. I have tried everything. I would love to know below what you do to try and see where you are in your lip glosses, because I want to know where I am to see how long this is going to take. I'm going to put this in. I have been using it outside of this project anyway. It also goes with quite a lot of my lip colours anyway, so it means I can be working on this and also another one at the same time, because I'm trying to use up quite a few lip products this year. So I'm going to be rolling this in. I have no idea how long this is going to take, but I do want to use this up as well. If we are here where I think I am, I think it might take 2 or 3 months. I would love to know below how long you think it will take. I just, like I said, have no idea where I'm at on this, which is really weird because I thought I would be able to, but we're just going to roll it in anyway, and we will see how we will do. And last but no means least, in replacement of the body spray, I'm actually going to be putting in a concealer, and I'm putting in this, and it is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. Again, same problem with the other one. I have no idea where I'm at on this. I've had it set up. It doesn't seem to be settling anywhere. I just have no idea where we're at on this, but I want to try and finish up a concealer this year, and this one I think is the oldest one in my collection. So yeah, let's just give it a go. Let's just see if we can try and finish it. With concealer, I use it every day anyway, so pretty much a lot of this stuff I've put in, I use every day apart from the mask. But I wanted to at least try and put some masks in my project because I have quite a few of them. My goal for this again is to completely finish it. A lot of the stuff like that is to finish unless it's got a pan. And then if it's already got a pan, then it will be to finish. But if it hasn't, the goal will be to hit pan. Hope that makes sense. But that is my update. That is my second update for my project pan. I'm so happy again to be rolling in some new products and hitting goals and finishing some other products. I'm just really happy with doing this project. It's also making me realise how long or how little it takes for me to use some products up. I'm so surprised at myself with that foundation. I thought that was going to take me quite a few months to get through, like maybe into like the autumn, but it seems that I'm gonna have that done faster than I thought. I hope you enjoyed this update. I would love to know below what you thought, and have you panned any of these products before? Have you seen anyone pan these products before? And if you have a project pan, please let me know below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And my third update will be around the same time next month, so if you enjoy this content, please do stick around and subscribe. But until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.